Aloha, this is Regina Dunphy, your Power of Mind Life Coach and Intuitive Mentor. I've been really called to start doing some lives every day to help soothe and give you a new perspective. And in fact, these episodes I'm calling them are going to be called New Thought Perspective because I want to help you see or have a few different perspectives or ideas to help you navigate in this time that is so confusing to so many people. And for so many people, this is obviously something we've never done before in our particular times. And even at that, we have so many, we have all the social media and all these different platforms for people to have more and more information, which is wonderful on many levels and then very devastating on others. So for this first episode, I want to give you a perspective about negative emotion and what that feels, what that's meaning for you, and some ideas to help you soften that. Now, a couple of things I want to just tell you before we begin is I have lots and lots of things I want to say, but I'm going to try to keep it pretty precise so we can just grow together in these new understandings, because they are different. And I'm not taking away from your particular beliefs, your religious beliefs, your spiritual beliefs. This is something that should something you can ponder and kind of help yourself dovetail into what your beliefs are. And your beliefs may change and you may not like what I have to say, and all of that is perfectly fine. I want you to know that no matter what you feel or what you believe, it's all acceptable. And from my perspective, you're completely loved and honored in any way you come to this form. So what I want to talk about today is going to be about your negative emotions. And that means right now for a lot of us, fear. There's a lot of sense of confinement, obviously, and almost like you can't get out of your own skin because you're not able to do what you know to do. And so the first thing that I'd like to just kind of give you an idea to ponder gently, don't get all crazy about it, just ponder it gently, is when we're having a negative emotion, any kind of negative emotion, that's when you're not feeling at least hopeful. Anything under hopeful is going to be considered a negative emotion. Our God guidance, I call it universal God source. I also like to teach God as guidance on demand. I really, I teach vibration and energy and all of that, which I believe is all that is God. That when we aren't calm, we don't hear the God essence talking to us. And that's why I call it guidance on demand, God as an acronym, because you want to think maybe, the calmer you are, the more you're going to hear that subtle voice of the universal God source. So when you have negative emotion, what that means is you're distancing yourself from the God source itself. You can never cut off the God source. The God source is always with you, and it's really the source and the fullness of well-being, of health and well-being. So you want to think of it as, when you're distancing yourself from the God source, God cannot come with you to that negative emotion. He can't come with you to a negative emotion. You're going to have to say to yourself, I'm having a negative emotion and God can't come with me. So I need to find a way to move back into a peaceful place, at least hopeful, so that I can be closer to the God well-being. Because God, think about this for a second. What would happen if God got depressed? If God got depressed, we'd be all, there wouldn't be a planet. He'd be having a tantrum every day. So the idea here is to understand that when you're feeling negative emotion, that's your cue to say, how can I help myself feel better and at least get up to hopeful and beyond, so that I can get closer to the God essence to hear and understand what I'm being guided to do or not to do. And so, you got to think fear and all the negative emotions is more of a indicator for you to pivot and find a way. And sometimes you got to go dragging yourself, clawing at the at the ground, and really just trying to pull yourself up into that is understandable, and it takes time and it takes patience on your part to really help yourself get there. But that God essence never leaves you, but it can't come with you when you have a negative thought. So right now, everybody, there's just everything is disruptive. There's nothing in our life right now that's not disrupted in some way. And so you've got to find the happiest, best pieces of information for yourself. The fact that you are healthy right now, and that you might not have your toilet paper, but there's other ways to handle your business, and you're able to do that. And that your children, though they're home and they're a lot of work right now, extra, that you have this time with them. You have the opportunity to get to know them, and they get to know you on a different level in ways that we haven't been allowed to. So there's lots and lots of wonderful things that can happen for you right now. And those are the things to focus on to keep you closest to the God essence, so that you can be relaxed and hear what you're called to do, what God has to say for you, what the universe is helping guide you to. So I'm going to keep it at that for now, but every day I'm going to be doing a live. I'm not for sure on the times, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, so my Hawaii family and friends can jump on at a little more of a decent time. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of information every day to help you hopefully just have an idea that you can sit with, and help you have that new thought perspective to move you into these new ideas. Because no matter what, we're not going to be the same every day we're growing, we're changing, new ideas and thoughts are happening every day. So as we move through this, and that's the point, we're moving through it, we're not living in it. As we do that, we're going to become anew. And that's just the way it's going to be. And it's very much against a lot of our character to be new. So, in fact, tomorrow I'm going to talk about why this is the best time and opportunity for all of us to become that new person. So much love and aloha to you all. And if you have any questions, you're always more than welcome to message me or come on my Facebook page. And we're going to build a community and come together in ways that we've never seen before. Again, lots of aloha.